They laughed when he took power. They called him a boy with a gun. Today, Ibrahim Traoré is not just leading a country, he's leading a movement, a pan-African uprising, one that doesn't beg, doesn't kneel, and doesn't forget. While other leaders wait for World Bank loans, Traoré is building alliances with Mali and Niger, creating a sovereign military pact that answers to no foreign flag. While ECOWAS dances to French instructions, Traoré is building a new West Africa, one that speaks in the language of freedom, not fear. Burkina Faso was never poor, it was made poor. Thomas Sankara warned us, "He who feeds you controls you." And for decades France fed Africa with one hand and handcuffed it with the other. CFA currency, fake democracy, puppet leaders. When Sankara said no, they killed him. When Gaddafi dreamed of a united Africa, they bombed him. And when Lumumba chose dignity, they tortured him. Africa's history is not a history of failure. It's a history of betrayal. But this time, it's different. This time there's no puppet strings to pull. This time Ibrahim Traoré is kicking out French troops, UN personnel, and foreign NGOs in broad daylight. No apologies, no press release, just power. African power. He's nationalizing resources, calling for Pan-African rail, power, and defense, training youth to think in African languages and not in colonial code. We are not anti-Europe, he says, we are anti-domination. That's the difference. And it scares them. Make no mistake, the West is watching, nervously. Washington doesn't like unpredictable Africans. France fears losing the last piece of its empire. NATO is whispering. The World Bank is drafting new strategies. And ECOWAS, now reduced to a megaphone for foreign interests. A leaked report from a Western think tank admitted, the rise of military sovereignty in the Sahel threatens regional stability and Western energy access. Africa is waking up, and it's no longer controllable. But here's the dangerous part. They won't attack him with bombs first, they'll attack with headlines. CNN calls him radical. Le Monde says he's destabilizing. BBC wonders if he's too young to govern. This is not journalism. This is warfare. Information warfare. When African leaders resist, Western media frames them as threats. But when they obey, they're praised as reformers. It's not about democracy, it's about obedience. But Traoré doesn't need foreign approval. He has the streets, the people, the market woman, the bike rider, the young student shouting down with France. In Ouagadougou, he has the hearts of the forgotten, the disrespected, the robbed. His speeches don't echo in luxury hotels. They echo in dusty classrooms, army camps, and border towns. He walks without a bulletproof convoy because he walks with the people. And the people protect what they believe in. This is not just about Burkina Faso. It's about the African blueprint, energy independence, military sovereignty, digital currency, education that teaches history, not colonial fairy tales, infrastructure built for people, not debt traps. Traoré isn't just rebelling, he's reimagining. And he's not alone. From South Africa to Senegal, from Kinshasa to Accra, the drums are beating again. The West thought Africa would stay quiet, that the trauma of colonization would be permanent. But like Che Guevara said, the revolution is not an apple that falls when it is ripe, you have to make it fall. And now the apple is falling. Traoré is not waiting for approval, he's moving, fast. And the world isn't ready for a united, self-sufficient, fearless Africa. So, let me ask you, if one young leader in a small country can shake the entire imperial system, what happens when 10 more stand up? What happens when African unity becomes a reality, not a slogan? What happens when we stop being Africans with flags, and start becoming Africans with purpose? The revolution isn't coming, it's here. Now it's your turn. Comment below, should more African leaders follow Traoré's path? Or is the cost too high? Like, share, and spread this to every young African with a smartphone. Because if you can't fight with a gun, at least fight with your voice.